I'm Victoria, and this is my blog. If you are a subscriber, then welcome back, and I'm glad to have you. If you are new here, I hope you like it and like it enough to stay. So I've been talking about relationship issues and mostly narcissism and manipulation, which I have a bit of information about because I fell into a wormhole in 2020, which is around the time I first separated from my narcissist that I was involved with. We'd started a family and things just went south when I started to see the patterns of behaviors. So today I want to talk about the lying patterns of a narcissist. You're going to see these patterns when a narcissist is lying, and it's going to become it's going to be almost funny because they read from almost the same book, because I saw a lot of information online and people all saying things that I had actually seen before I even knew what I was witnessing. So the first thing about a narcissist is, when does a narcissist lie? Like, when do you know that a narcissist is lying? And for this, it's pretty cut and dry. If their lips are moving, then they are lying. If they're asleep or they're eating or they are otherwise not speaking, then they're not lying. Otherwise, if they're talking, then there's it's lies that they're telling you. And this is because at the start, they will lie to get you hooked. They're going to lie to build this image of theirs that isn't a true one. And over time, they're going to be lying to you to condition you. They will lie to you to prepare you to get you comfortable with their pattern of lies. So they're going to lie when they don't have to, just random small lies that seem to have no consequences, but in their way of thinking, they're buttering you up, they're preparing you so that you can be more accepting of the lies when they actually need to use them. So just know, if you find someone that you know is actually a narcissist, then they're probably always lying to you, and it's not anything that you've done. There's nothing you can do to stop them, so just don't bother trying. And other lies, what is a narcissist's favorite kind of lie? Because there are different lies. I think there are white lies, there are these lies that people say are necessary lies, and all other kinds of lies. So I've come to realize that a narcissist's favorite kind of lie is lying by omission. So for example, the narcissist is going to they're going to feed you half-truths, or they might tell you 3 truths just so that these 3 truths can cover one big lie or a few small lies. So in this case, something that I actually went through is that they will lie to you that they're going to meet a colleague after work for, I don't know, work-related things, and they will be home by a certain time. Obviously, if you try to bother them before that certain time reaches, they're going to just get really angry. And a narcissist's anger is one of the worst things you can deal with. It's what keeps you in line and keeps you walking on eggshells. So the lie I will be told is that he's going to meet a colleague for a business meeting. There are people who they're doing a business together or something like that. What I wouldn't be told is that the meeting will last for maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes most. Then he will head from that meeting and go see some lady somewhere, and maybe just do what he did with her. Maybe if he had enough time, he would actually go see another one and just do other small little things that he hadn't told me he was doing. But he will try really hard to be home by the time that he'd said he would be there, so that I wouldn't have to question him or anything. Other kinds of lies or techniques that narcissists will use are deflection. If you think that you've cornered a narcissist, they're going to deflect and they will just take you on a very wild goose chase. Like they will pull something out of thin air and it's suddenly going to become the most important thing in the room. You won't be able to move from that, and so whatever you are trying to get to the bottom of will be buried under this deflection. Like if you ask them, hey, you'd say that you'd be here and I saw your colleague posting something online that implied that they were with someone else and you weren't there, then where were you the rest of that time? They're going to deflect and tell you, why are you snooping on my friends' social media? Why don't you trust me? What are you doing that makes you so paranoid and you're out of my mind? The rest of that stuff. So another word that you'll need to get familiar with when you're dealing with a narcissist is projection. And when a narcissist is projecting, which projecting is it's telling you that you're doing things that they are actually the ones doing. So when a narcissist is projecting, that's actually the only time that they're telling the truth. They're not telling the truth directly, but you're going to they'll tell on themselves completely. They'll accuse you of cheating with your close colleague or your best friend because they are cheating with their best friend or their colleague. They will accuse you of hiding money from them because they are the ones hiding money from you. They will accuse you of being paranoid and not caring when it is them who are paranoid and don't really care. And they do this to get you in line and try to make you be more afraid. Because, like, I remember when I was with this narcissist, I had a hard time leaving the house and maybe getting back to the house late, and that's really hard to do when you have to think about traffic jams, music, public transportation. But anytime I left the house and he was home, I will just come back home to him in a foul mood, like a terrible cloud will be covering the whole house. And of course, that made me minimize the times I had to go out. Like even if I had to go for a job interview, he wouldn't be happy if I maybe wore an outfit that he felt was too revealing and honestly, I don't even have revealing outfits. And I can't wear revealing outfits because I kind of have to cover my tattoos up when I'm going for interviews. So anyway, yeah, they're going to be telling the truth when they're projecting. So you need to keep an eye out for that. And another thing that you need to keep in mind with the narcissist's patterns of lying is that you'll never catch them at a lie, because every single thing that they say and do is a lie. They will just be prepared to keep shifting the goalposts every single time. And that's why narcissists, they always have double standards in their relationships. Like they will expect you to be perfect and do things that they will feel like they are not obligated to do. They will feel like they are the designated rule setters in the relationship, and they are setting rules that they don't need to follow, which is honestly, it doesn't make sense and it's painful to live with. So another thing that you need to know about narcissists' patterns of lying, and I'm freestyling this. I know I promised I will be doing research, but I've been having issues with my laptop. So anyway, my next video will be researched and it will be evident in the description. I hope you read my descriptions because they give a good idea of the backstory of the vlog, and they maybe make it easier to understand where I'm coming from when I talk about these things. Sometimes when I find a link that I feel is helpful, I'll put it in the description. So you could have a look at it. I hope it's going to add more value and maybe make my rants more informational, because at this point I feel like I find it really cathartic to share these vlogs. It's a kind of rant and it's relieving, and I've gone off on a tangent. So I think that's actually all I have to say about a narcissist's lying patterns. If I can do research and come up with other things, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to make another video for it. So I'm just thinking that there was this the white knight narcissist I met. He was really trying to make me believe that he was a saint when he wasn't. So he'd like send me video clips of him doing something. He will send me pictures of him somewhere or something, and that's when I came to catch him at his lie, because apparently he couldn't keep up with his lies. There was a picture that he sent me at some point when he was in an elevator. He said that he was going to work. I think he was going to, I don't know, for some work meeting or something. And this was it was months ago, like just when we met. And I can't tell it was one of his best photos, because he sent me that photo again months later, and this time it was that he was going to hang out with friends. They called him and asked him if he was free, and it was like the same photo. I had to go into my camera roll and scroll through all my WhatsApp images, because I haven't turned the save media to phone feature off for everyone and all my conversations. So it was the exact same photo, and I wondered to myself, why is he lying to me about this? I haven't even asked him what he's doing, where he's going, but he's trying to condition me. Of course, it was really easy for me to see the pattern of his messiness, because I've lived through it for like 9 years, and it was just unfortunate for him, but lucky for me. So if you can maybe identify these patterns in someone that you're suspecting is a narcissist, maybe keep an eye open for other signs of NPD. And if you find them, then leave. And that brings me to the topic of my next vlog, which is going to be how to live with a narcissist, because I'm always saying how you need to walk away from a narcissist, avoid them at all costs, but sometimes it's not possible to do that. So tune in for my next video. I look forward to interacting with you in the comments, and as always, thank you. Stay safe, stay happy, stay unmanipulated. Goodbye.